What's going on, my people? Welcome to the wide, wonderful world of mad news at the Madhouse. That's right, where it's always going down, something crazy is always happening, and you probably want to buckle up and go ahead and get out the parking lot. This is how we're going to roll. This is how we're doing it today. I'm happy. I feel good, and I just got out the gym. Let's go ahead and get this piece started. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Madhouse. So, without further ado, I want to go ahead and say, what's up, people? How you doing? What's the deal? It's been a good week so far. It's been a good week. Been an interesting week. The stuff that we've seen, the things that have gone down, the things that have happened to me individually. It's kind of, it's taken me to a point where I first have to say, I love this city. But I'm about to make rounds slapping the hell out of fickle Buffalo Bills fans. You kidding me? What happened to loyalty? This is like the Godfather level type stuff. And this is like like what happened to that Billsmafia loyalty? Every Sunday we gather. Mama makes a sauce. What happened? Like, it just seems as if every single week I get to watch people being more and more fickle. Guys, it's football. Alright? We were undefeated, granted, on a tear, doing fantastic things, which I appreciated, and I really thought, hey, this is starting to look really, really good. Then we hit a rough patch. Our first rough patch, we go ahead, lose to, what team is it? The Tennessee Titans. Everyone's giving... See, the thing that bothers me first is, like, why are we giving them excuses? They had 2 weeks off. They had COVID, people. Why? I don't want us to get sick. Why? Let's just take a forfeit. They should forfeit. Why? Guys, it's football. Alright, with the global pandemic or not, there's always going to be the risks to the game. We saw that, unfortunately, with young Dak Prescott. His ankle was, whoo! That was gory. It was gory to watch the video. Go ahead and look it up on YouTube if you want to see it. But I'm sick of the Buffalo Bills having such fickle fans. Listen, my boy Josh Allen has been working. He's not my boy per se. Like, I don't know him one-on-one. But yeah, we know of each other in some circles. He knows who I know, who he knows connected. So basically, Josh, let that man work. Let that man work. Get off of his back. Listen, he's carrying the city already. Please, NFL, get off his back. Fans and other fickle fans, get off his back. The man is already carrying the city, fam. We got him in the West Her commercials and all that. Like, this boy is going to be... They got him a cereal. And when you do good, you get a cereal. Not everybody got a cereal. Okay? Jim Kelly got a cereal. He was good. Doug Flutie got a cereal with his small, speedy Canadian ass. It's crazy. But, you know, they need to get off his back. The man is working hard. Don't let him steer you wrong, Josh. Fuck what they're talking about. Middle finger, let them know what the deal is. Buffalo, stop being so fucking fickle. Once you join the Bills Mafia, the only way out is death. You swear by that. You fucking live by that. Listen, I wasn't jumping on the bandwagon. But now this year, I'm kicking people off because they want to jump on all late when we're 3-0 and then 4-0. Oh, we're going to be good this year. Shut up. Get the fuck off. That you get to walk behind. If you ain't got a bike, you ain't keeping pace. Sorry, sweetie. Yes, I am aggressive about this, only because when I am seeing people constantly from week in and week out like, we need a new quarterback. Why? Because he didn't throw every pass perfect? Guess what? No one else does. No. It's the best part about it. You improve. But not every pass is going to be perfect. It's not always going to hit its mark. But go ahead. I ask you, go back and look in the games where those balls he was throwing. They're hitting hands. Get off of Josh's bat. He's already got pads on. Shout out to the Billsmafia. Trying to get y'all to sponsor the Madhouse podcast. I don't need no money. I just need y'all to be like Billsmafia to Madhouse. That's all I want. That's all I want. One tag, I'll do it. Madhouse podcast, we out here representing for the squad. Throwing up bees. Bees. And my bees come with wing sauce. You know what I'm saying? When I throw up a bee, I put some wing sauce on it to let you know it's authentic. That was a stupid joke. I don't know why I do these things to myself. That was very dumb. It was very dumb. I don't know why I do these things. I don't have to, but I do it. I do it. It's ruthless. It's messed up. It's messed up, dude. I don't know what to do about it. Alright, there's no transition for this. There's no easy way to go into this. The Billsmafia, all of a sudden talking about this. This pandemic is inspiring too many things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's inspiring. It's inspired good and bad. But the cons are fucking terrible. So here's the thing. Here's what I realized about this pandemic. COVID numbers seem to still keep going up. And we're getting upset, like, when the fuck is this going to be over? We've all had our fill of wearing a mask day in and day out. It's almost like here you look at the mask and you're like, ugh, this, ugh. I gotta put on I gotta put on a mask. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. Like, we're so sick of wearing the masks every day, and it's like skin issues. You know who should be cleaning up right now? Dermatologists. They should be offering essential workers skin health care for prolonged exposure to them dry ass masks. Oh, dude, those masks are they'll dry your nose out. They dry my lips out. My lips are so bad, I swear to God, I would pull my mask down. It looked like my lips were doing whiteface. It was that bad. Yo, it was ridiculous. Like, how come when I smack my lips together, I see dust? What's that about? Yo, dude, it's like Bruce Lee kicked me in my lips. Dust would fly off of that shit when I pull the mask down. Just, it's like Ashy Larry from the nose down. Just. That better not be the money out my goddamn purse. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, Donnell Rawlings. Yeah, man. I don't know. We're all getting tired of this fucking shit. Like, we're getting so ridiculously tired of having our faces having to be covered, of following these guidelines, because unfortunately we can't accurately track down everything. And since we can't accurately track down everyone who possibly has the virus, they're coming up with new ways to try and go ahead and herd us, as I like to say. Like, this shit feels like I'm being herded. And I will be very honest about that. I have never felt this type of way before. But it's fucking ridiculous. So this is what they're doing. They have an app now. It's an app, COVID NY. It requires you to leave your Bluetooth open. And when you do that, it can tell you if other people who have the app and their Bluetooth open have been exposed, and thereby seems like a good way. You're being tracked. You're being tracked everywhere you go. You're being, like, you can't leave anywhere. You basically put yourself in a cell called Bluetooth tracking. It's the new way of, it's got to be the new way of contact tracing. Nothing else makes sense. It's annoying that this is a real thing. And all I'm trying to say is, how come you're trying to track me by my Bluetooth? I can't get you guys to go ahead and give free Wi-Fi. Because you're getting all this information about where I'm going, who I'm talking to with my Bluetooth wide open, while you're tracking and sending back to an NY COVID analyst. Yo, for all I know, you guys are just like, this nigga is super freaky because he goes to porn shops at 1 a.m., but the clerk has been exposed to COVID last week. So, a phone. Now you've been quarantined. Watch. Next thing you left, you could be quarantined by your phone. An app's going to tell you you've been quarantined. Stay home for 14 days. This is just my opinion. It doesn't have to exactly count for anything. It's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. Just my opinion. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not. But all I do know is this COVID app thing is kind of wild, fam. Like, here's the positives. I think that if you got a chance to be pre-warned if you're going into an area where it's high exposure, if they are providing you areas you can go ahead and receive treatment immediately if you have been exposed. Because right now it's just an incidental exposure. There's areas you're allowed to go, there's places you're not allowed to go. I know certain people would try to break the rules while having the app, and that, I think, is one of the funniest. I want to see what happens as a result. Like, imagine you do get quarantined, like it tells you, and it keeps alerting the local authorities that you're leaving your house. You'd chuck your phone like it was fucking possessed. You'd throw it out of the window, and you don't care if it hits someone. It's a possessed phone. Fuck that phone. I saw The Grudge. I don't need this. It got Sarah Michelle Gellar, and that bitch is Buffy. I'm not even able to fight vampires. I don't need this. No, there's like the negatives. I can imagine that the negatives of having such an event happen are very scary. Because think about it. You're tracked everywhere you go. Your Bluetooth is open, so essentially they can send messages or you can receive messages. Right? I mean, it's not as if you're going to turn your location off on your phone. So they're going to be able to track you accurately. This is what is that, the sound of fucking conspiracy? Ooh. Conspiracy. Yo. It doesn't make any sense, but it's funny. It doesn't make any sense, but it's funny. Oh man, I laugh about the idea of this application basically tracking you more than your other applications already do, and somehow how it's any different. That to me is that's the term. How is it any different from the other apps? One of the coolest things I do, because I like to be on top of my shit, is I leave my ad settings off. So when I go to different areas, I see what different parts of the city value. Since I drive through, like parts like Kenmore, I drive through, or I move through those areas. I don't really drive that often, but I move through those areas. Kenmore, I'm in West Seneca, I've been in Elmwood Village, and I leave my Google Ads open. I don't specify it to me. I don't need to customize it because I rarely buy anything off there. But to find out what people in that area value, and to find out what the majority is like what most people in that area are watching. Most people in this area are doing. It tells me a lot of information about the area. So if I go there later on, and I could utilize that information to the best that's whatever suits me. But imagine if you're being tracked willingly because you left your app open and they're telling you, hey, that motherfucker might have corona. I wouldn't go inside that Cricket store, but I have to pay my bill. I can't just switch services because of corona. I'm sorry, app, I have to go. Well, once you've been exposed, 14-day quarantine, I'd like to let you know, and both of your phones will go off until a authority figure turns it off for you and shows that you've been quarantined in your house, and they can check up and sign on it. But won't that expose the authority figure to COVID as well? Shut the fuck up. I'm an app. Follow the directions. I don't need to explain to you, son. I'm an app. Follow my instructions. Who knows, man? Who knows? I'm gonna keep leaving my my joints open to see. I'm gonna keep leaving my my shit open, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and follow up. I'm gonna see what happens. Maybe that COVID app becomes popular in certain areas, and then I know not to go into those areas because even they don't know how many people have COVID in them. That's why you all have an app with your Bluetooth open looking for dumb shit. Like somebody else, every time they sniffle and cough, got you pointing the phone at them like it's a dowsing rod for COVID. Alright, they ain't got it. Whew! Shit, I thought I wasn't safe on this bus.